We won't be answering any questions, but we will indeed have the public comment themselves. So with that being said, is there any member of the public that would like to come up and speak to the county commission?
Yeah, I do.
Come on up. Yes, sir.
Good evening, neighbors. How you doing? You can't hear me. I'll raise my voice a little high.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a microphone there if you
Thank you, Brandon.
bend it down to you. Yes, sir.
How you doing, guys?
You might have to bend it down a little bit. I don't know.
Have you got me down for 3 minutes? Get me started.
All right.
Right off the bat, right here, my name's Michael Sovereign, 49 Hooper Road, Smithville, Tennessee. Retired military person. I know you need to raise taxes some for what you've got going on, but my question is, last year you're raising 0.2 cents, which is 27 cents. Is that right? Now this FY, you didn't get enough. You want to raise it 0.27 cents again, right? No, that's the wrong answer. You want to raise it 0.27 plus 27 plus 7 to about 61%. Now, when I went to school at, and when I was on budgets in the military, that's a lot more than 15 or 20%. You figure 27 and 27 to 100%. Figure another 27 and figure another 7%, then you tell me where that common sense comes in. We need a 5-year plan to work this. That doesn't mean we can't raise taxes, but we complete this in 5 years instead of trying to push it up in 1 year. Right now, the environment we're in, if you're not getting hit by any of this inflation, you're telling me a story I'm not going to believe you. Now is the tough times. Last year was tough enough. We're going through tougher time, and some of this, if we raise it too much, we're going to hurt our neighbors. And when you went down to be elected and you shook them and asked for their vote, what you told them was, I'm an honest, fair, righteous man. I'm going to watch your family. I'm going to keep the wolves away from your door. Well, we need to make this safe. If we can retrofit some of this stuff like I did on the farm and make it work till we can get all new stuff, we can do that. We're not Wilson County. We're not Putnam County. We're not Davis County. The last I looked, not all of us are making $150,000 a year. Then you got a wheel tax coming on, and you tell me, well, we'll take it off once we get this on. Let me tell you what I think. I'll be gone before that happens. Once a tax comes on, it stays on. You know, $20 may not be much for you guys to make all this big money. You know, $100, $200, there's a lot of people around here. The average income for this county is $46,000 a year. There's a lot to make more, a lot to make less. I make more, I'll pay my taxes, but we got to be concerned about our brothers and sisters in DeKalb County, and don't jump trying to put the fire out at all one time. I love you all. Catch you later.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else that would like to address the commission? All right, so just state your name and your address. And
I'm Michael Antoniak. I'm a resident of Snows Hill, and I'm represented by Myron and Sabrina. Okay.
Hey, Mike, raise your back up to speak to your face.
You hear me now?
Yes.
You don't want me to sing. Okay. If you adopt the proposed property tax increase before you tonight, it will mean an effective increase of nearly 50% in the property tax rate in the 2 short years since the historic Republican sweep of county elections in 2022. I'm an independent voter, but I always believed the Republican Party stood for fiscal conservatism, less intrusive government, and lower taxes. Yet here we are considering the largest single tax increase in county history, coupled with a wheel tax, something every previous administration has avoided. And for what? At home, in business, responsible financial management focuses on needs before wants. Yes, there is a need to do something about the jails, but it is one of many needs in our county. The Judicial Center is a costly want, a vanity project, as an astute observer of local politics described it to me. Why should its construction take precedent over all other needs of our county today and tomorrow. And why such a steep increase now when citizens are already grappling with the impact of Bidenomics, excessively high prices, and interest rates? Past this, and what well will you turn to next to staff and equip this center? Already there have been discussions at the state level for a ceiling on annual property taxes to force county governments to live within their means. Tennessee is one of only 5 states without such a law. Clearly it's coming, and obviously much needed here. As for the wheel tax, for this, are you kidding? A wheel tax is a privilege tax paid by local car owners for the privilege of driving county roads. Many are in dire need of repair or repaving now. Before adopting a wheel tax for any other purpose, fix our roads. So I urge you, do the prudent thing. Listen to your constituents. Just take the judicial center off the table. Take time to devise a more practical solution, short and long term, to make best use of limited tax revenues for our varied needs. I'm not suggesting it will be easy, but it's a job each of you asked for when you ran for office. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Antoniak. I don't think you can turn the mic on. I think you're just going to have to get closer to the microphone, maybe.
My name's David Hawk. I live on Shady Place in the 3rd District. I'm a refugee from Murfreesboro, and I was born there in the mid-50s, left in 79 to go into the Army. I saw what happened in Murfreesboro. The taxes kept going up and up and up, and all of the family farms were sold. All the small farms were sold, and they were all bought by mostly private equity firms out of New York City, Goldstone being the biggest one, and they filled them full of condos. And absolutely, there are no family farms in Murfreesboro anymore. So one of the benefits of being old is you've seen a lot of things. And I do not want to see DeKalb County turn into Rutherford County or Murfreesboro. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Hawk. Is there any other member from the public that would like to speak to the County Commission? Just state your name and either your address or the district you reside in, and I'll give you 3 minutes to speak. Go ahead. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. My name is Jimmy Massey. I live on Potts Camp Road in District 6, Smithville, Tennessee. You heard me speak the other night. I have just a couple things different to say. One of them is I suggest to you, you guys know a lot more about this than I do, okay? There's a lot of smart people on this board, and I'm sure you guys have been kicking this thing around for a year and a half maybe, but if I may suggest, this wheel tax, first of all, I think it's ill-advised, but if you're going to go through with it, then I'd say you need to put the vote off for the property tax to see if the wheel tax is going to go through first. The state of Tennessee, in my opinion, is the cause of this whole mess, okay? They're scaring y'all with lawsuits from the criminals. This guy got beat up by that guy. Oh, he's going to sue us. So we're spending $65 million, as far as I'm concerned, on a boondoggle so we don't get sued. When are we going to put the criminals aside and enforce our rights? When are we going to have rights? What are they paying? As far as I'm concerned, I think this whole thing's a boondoggle, but I could be wrong. So my suggestion to you is, first of all, if you want the wheel tax to pass, you better get that $100 out of your head right now. Nobody's going to vote for that. Number one. Number two, let's wait and see what happens in the election. I don't know about you guys, but I know I was doing damn good when Trump was in office. And now I know that my IRA is just about worthless after 4 years. I know that property taxes, state taxes, luckily we don't pay state taxes. Federal taxes have went up. Groceries, gasoline, interest rates. Name one thing that hasn't increased. Oh, wait a minute, I can name something. My pay. I'm on a fixed income, and it's never going up again. And every time they take a bite out of it, that's that much less I got. Till it's going to come to a point where I'm homeless. And there's a lot of people out there, they're losing their homes, they're losing their cars, they're turning to crime. So you better build a bigger facility, because you're going to have a lot more criminals before this is over. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Is there any other member from the public that would like to speak? All right. If there's no other members from the public that would like to speak, would a county commissioner like to make a motion to end the public hearing and then start back at 6:30 for their formal county commission meeting?
I'll put that in form of a motion.
All right. Myron made a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Tony Luna. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. All right. The public hearing is closed and we'll start back at 6:30.